What's up, everybody? Sorry about the delay with the daily live. While we usually work at, the internet was out. Both internets. We had two internets. We had Verizon and Xfinity, and they both was out. So I was trying to troubleshoot it. Even the people that work in the office too, their internet was down. So I decided to come to my wife's home office to do my live today. So she has a really nice office. So that being said, we got a lot to cover. We ate up about 15, 20 minutes, but don't you worry. I promise I'll make it back up for you. Give me 1 second while I close the door. You know the drill. Drop where you're watching from. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Watching from. So today we're going to be continue to talk about New Orleans, Tampa. Okay. We dirty south today. Atlanta, Georgia. What else? Canada. Ontario. I forgot how to pronounce it, but yeah, I know that's Canada. Ontario. That's how you say it. Ontario. Bet. Yeah, we got people from all around the country watching today. It's going to be a good episode. This is the biggest question I get. Um, should I be doing acquisition in my business? Should I hire somebody else to do acquisitions in my business? And we're going to cover all of that today and what you should and shouldn't be doing in your business. So get out a piece of paper, and I promise you it's going to be of value. If you know somebody that could benefit from this, that you know, like, and trust, do me a favor and share it to them. Maybe 3 to 5 people you can share would be greatly appreciated. So what's the importance of learning how to do acquisitions? Why is it important to learn how to do acquisitions yourself, right? And your position as the business owner, should you learn it first before your employees? And then what is the role of the acquisition managers, right, in the real estate business? So let's talk about the importance of learning acquisition. See, the importance of learning acquisitions is so important that if you don't conquer talking to people in sales, your business isn't going to make money, right? Because acquisitions is strictly sales, right? And one of the things you got to understand is you're going to get a lot of no's before you get yeses, and it's literally like digging for gold. So once you understand that acquisition is digging for gold, and you're going to talk to plenty of people, but you don't even care about the no's. You just want to focus on a yes, like people that's interested in working with you, doing business with you, and potentially selling a house to you. So that's the most important thing about acquisitions. We were talking about this deeply in the training yesterday. If you wasn't at the training, you definitely missing out. That it's a psychological thing. You have to work on your personality. You have to be able to and willing to talk to people and talk to people in a way that you know them, right? A lot of people talk to people and literally they're talking very transactional. They're talking very robotic on the phones, and that's why I think it's important for the owners to learn acquisitions because it's a form of passion, right? And if you're not willing to serve people and help people see acquisitions, you should not only just be spitting out offers, you should be able to provide resources. What are some resources? If you're talking to an elderly person who doesn't have any power or electricity or proper running water, there should be something, a manuscript or a book where you can call the appropriate people to make sure that they have what they need. A lot of these people have mental illness, have different issues going on with them, where they can't function like a regular person. So you have to be willing to step up and be a resource to them, right? If a person say, "Man, I'm starving, I'm hungry, man, my kids in here hungry, I have this house, I haven't paid my mortgage in 8 months, blah blah blah," you should be reaching out to some type of kitchen, homeless shelter, some type of missionary shelter to help them with the resources. Remember, helping people and serving people first, and then you handle business second. Because if you can accomplish handling business and being a resource to people, then the business will naturally flow your way, right? They won't go work with nobody else. They remember when you go above and beyond. And what happens? They decide not to do business with you. Oh well. When you have a pipeline and you're talking to people and you're texting people and cold calling people on a consistent basis, none of that stuff matters because you're going to have so many opportunities to get this right that none of it matters. So my point is, as the owner, you should have a full understanding of your acquisition process, what your company stands for. What is, guys, put in the comments, what are some of your company cultures? What do you stand for? What do you believe in, right? What is some what are some things that you will never do, right? What are some non-negotiables in your company, right? Maybe one of my non-negotiables is I will never buy a house from someone who's going through some type of mental distress and it's clearly obvious to me, or they show signs of dementia or something like that. It's purely taking advantage of people. Now, if the family reach out to you, or if that person puts you in direction with someone who has a little more, sense, then you want to make sure that you're talking to that person, family member or legal representative. So that's why it's important to be an acquisition manager first, so you can create this culture, you can create these standards. So when people come behind, they just don't bring what they want to bring to the table and talk about the things that they want to talk about, right? So, like I said, you should be learning this stuff first. You should master. You should be getting deals on the contract. I don't care if you have a job. I don't care how busy you are. If you can't get this business at least 1 or 2 hours a day, then don't do it. Literally find something else that doesn't require a minimum 1 to 2 hours a day to work in. Because at the end of the day, it got to work, but you got to work with it. You got to put the work in, roll up your sleeves. You can't just go hire 50 VAs and think they're going to know everything. They need some leadership. They need some guidance, right? And they need someone to be able to, take you to the next level. So, like I said, your role, first and foremost, is to talk to people, build relationships, build essential rapport, and then handle business second, right? That's the easy part. And like I said, we'll show you in details what we mean by handle business. But if you get leads on the phone and use the straight, hello, yeah, I got your, I know you want to sell your house here. I can give you 50,000, and you didn't even take time to get to know them or talk to them. You're doing yourself a disservice because they're never going to trust you. Even if they're desperate, they're like, nah, this seems fishy. This sounds fishy. I don't know this guy. Who is this person? So you have to establish yourself with people throughout the acquisition process. So I just want you guys to know that just because you get someone on the phone and say, yes, I want to sell, it doesn't mean it's all yellow brick roads after that. Right? It's going to be bumps and bruises and hills that you must walk up and down. And the only way to accomplish to be a great salesperson is to continue to work on your pitch, continue to work on adding value, continue to work on listening. The biggest secret sauce is to listen. The people will tell you how to close them. The problem that you don't understand and know is you got to learn how to rephrase your questions so that way you can tap into their mind. Right? And we went into beyond detail how to do this yesterday. How to tap into their minds to get certain questions and answers that you need, because the brain will naturally resist until you know everything that it's uncomfortable with. So once you understand that, guys, you're going to see results, right? But if you just keep, calling up people and, yeah, I got 50,000 for you, I got 100,000 for you, and you're not willing to take time to know this person and build rapport, you're going to be scratching your head like, damn. Why this person stop answering the phone for me? Damn, why this person not responding back to my text message? Because you turned them off. The only one shot you had, they felt like, nah, I don't want to do business with this person, right? So one of the things I want to talk about is you as an acquisition manager have to have a skill to be able to acquire properties consistently, right? So once you know exactly how to do this, then you can pass these skills down to your team. I definitely say create some type of standards. Like I said, the standards are very important. It standardized things like what's your criteria, what things that you would keep as a buy and hold for yourself internally, and what are some things that you would just wholesale, right? Look at the areas that you're working, and then figure out what are the people buying. Even during your downtime, if you don't have leads to call as much, that's when you should be doing market research, figuring out who's buying what, who's selling what, so you can get really acquainted to the areas that you're assigned to work. Because we gotta have a short live today because the internet issue. But listen, guys, while we're on here, if you're personally going through struggles or if you personally have questions, don't ever hesitate to put your questions in the comments, and I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. Now, like I said, I don't know every single thing, but I know a lot of people too, so I can point you in the right direction most times if I personally can't answer the questions. So, what's up, brother? He said, Detroit. Let me just shout out a few people. Detroit, here. Thank you, all the value. Seriously, no problem. Every day, I'm gonna continue to put out value, right? Because that's what I set out to do. I gave myself a challenge, and this is what I want you guys to do. Give yourself a really big, bold challenge and stick with it. I'm gonna go live every day for the next 1 year. Because yes, it benefits the people that's watching live, but it benefits me because it puts another level of discipline in me. Sometimes in life you get complacent and you just gotta, hit a reset switch just to make sure that you still got it. Shout out to Maurice. He's watching from Chesapeake, Virginia. Shout out to Jermaine, Atlanta, Georgia. Tanya, Atlanta, Georgia. I got a lot of people in Atlanta, Georgia. Mike by Houses, shout out to you, brother. Hope all is well. New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out to my brother from Tampa. Appreciate you, man. I look forward to speaking to you after this live. Who else? Yeah, so there we go. But yeah, so you just want to know what your role is. So when you're hiring people, you want to be very specific in why you're hiring them. And they need to understand everything that you're doing. Ooh, got a Philippine person. Shout out to Sean from the Philippines. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out brother Wade from Los Angeles, LA in the house. California love. But you want to make sure that you know what your role is. Like I tell people, the easiest model, I'm gonna give you some sauce. The easiest model to set up is to set up your business where you currently do the acquisitions, and then you hire maybe 1 or 2 VAs to do the lead generation, right? And these 1 or 2 VAs are going to call the prospects. They're going to warm them up for you. They're going to qualify the prospect, and you come in and you do what you need to do to get these deals on the contract. So that's the easiest. I call it the 1-2 model, where it's 1-2, right? Now we have some other models that you can implement, Facebook ads, all this stuff, but we don't really offer that to our newer clients. We kind of get at the clients that's established and that's looking to tap into more lead generation points of view. But you want to get rid of lead generation as quickly as possible. Now listen, now you must be asking yourself, because you need to know your role. Well, Antoine, I work a job, I make great money, but I honestly don't have time to manage my whole lead generation process. No worries. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can hire a VA that can potentially be a lead manager, manage your day-to-day for you and your VAs that you trust. Sometimes that takes 3 to 6 months to build up. So if you don't have the luxury of waiting 3 to 6 months, we did launch our Lead Factory back again. That program is awesome. People closing many deals with that program, and it was a turnkey, done for you type of setup where you paid us $1,600 a month. And literally, you don't even have to deal with the VAs. You don't have to figure out nothing. And with the $1,600 a month, we do all the call and we manage the VAs. They was technically our VAs because they wasn't your VAs, but we manage our VAs and do all the calling for you. And just send you maybe 1 or 4 leads a day. It depends on the market. And literally, people loved it. People was making money from it. People were seeing results because the only thing they had to worry about was acquisitions. So some people are not natural business owners, so they can accept and say, "Hey, I don't want to create a business where I manage all these departments. I just want to just make money." And here's the role. So now I'm not saying that everybody needs to go and do that, but if you feel like I don't have time or I don't want to do that, then that may be an option for you, right? So you just need to understand what your roles in your company is. So what it's going to take to get a person from being a lead, you just pulling a lead from a list all the way to the closing table and then wire hit your account. So most people, if I ask majority of the people that's trying to do real estate, tell me what's it take to get you to pull a lead from posturing all the way to wiring your account. What does that process look like in 4 easy steps that's easy for anybody to digest? They'll stare at you like this, huh? And that's perfectly okay. But that's why now it's important as you're starting, you're new, to map out what your business should look like, right? Let me answer these questions. I'm learning every single day, building my capital. In a couple of weeks, we'll be here, investing 100% with your VA program, everything you offer. Appreciate your mentorship. Yes. But invest in yourself, not just for us. Invest in yourself. When you invest in people like me, you're investing in yourself because we are what we call your implementers. We're going to be the ones that come and help you implement this stuff. Anybody can sell you a course or training. That's the easy part. But when it comes to taking that knowledge and that information and actually applying it in real life situation right there on the spot, not too many people could help you with that because most people just sell straight coaching, right? So, what you have VAs calling bias to build your bias. Yes, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. You want a person that doesn't sound robotic and transactional to deal with your buyers because you're trying to create an intimate, personable relationship. And if the VA struggles with, attention to details and not being so transactional, that might not be a good idea. But if you got a VA that's very passionate, that's a people person, that loves to talk, that loves to ask open-ended questions and things of that sort, then they may be a perfect candidate to call buyers to build your bias list. I always tell people you'll make way more money building your own bias list than to go buy a list offline or go share somebody else's list because they know you. Oh yeah, Antoine, yeah, we talked 2 weeks ago. What you got for me today? Man, I got this smoking hot deal. I haven't sent out to my list, but I remember talking to you 2 weeks ago and you said you was looking for blah, blah, blah. But I got you, blah, blah, blah. Everything seems to be good. All the repairs seem to be this. I don't tell buyers my exact repairs by saying, just a rough estimate. We're around this. It all depends on what type of trades or finishes you want to finish with your house. But here you go. Check it out. I get a 24-hour head start. Get back to me. Sorry about that. My internet just went out. Hopefully you ain't noticed that. No, the video didn't end. I had to log into a different Wi-Fi. We got 2 different Wi-Fi's in the building, so I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi today. It's kind of weird. But anyway, you want to make sure that you have everything thought out and processed out. When you do that, you're going to the next level. Would you recommend SMS or RVM? I would recommend both. Um, One of the biggest things that people don't do is they don't do a combination of enough things. So because you gotta understand everybody communicates differently. What do I mean by everybody communicates differently? Some people may prefer a text message. Some people love and like when you actually pick up the phone and call. Some people may just, okay with leaving a voicemail and calling you back. So I always say, if you can do multiple strategies and you can afford multiple strategies, more power to you. Go ahead and do that. What's up, brother? Hope all is well. Like I said, we're gonna lead generation. It was supposed to be this Friday, but I don't think we're gonna get out in time enough to promote enough to get a lot of people to join. So we're gonna push it back to next Friday. If you're struggling with generating quality leads, when I say quality leads, I mean leads that make sense, right? Not just somebody that's not motivated, just looking for an offer. But we're gonna show you how to produce and generate quality leads using multiple strategies next week. That's our free masterclass for this month. So if you're serious about trying to figure out how to generate more leads, because listen, lead generation first, sales second. So when you start generating leads, your job is to generate as much leads as possible. Even if you can't get them folks on the phone, you want to make sure that you still getting that information so that you can continue to follow up. Some people think, I don't know who taught you guys this, that you're supposed to stop following up with your leads after 2 or 3, attempts. Listen, guys, continue to hit that list until that house is marked sold or whatever, or you call them when they personally say, if you don't take me off your list, I'm gonna drive to your house and pistol whip everybody I can find. Then you say, this person may be crazy. I take them off my list. But other than that, you could continue to market. Remember, 8 to 12 touches to get a prospect on the phone. And even after that, in acquisitions, it may take another 5 to 6 touches just to get them to, get back on the phone and talk to you about selling their house. So you're talking to this person between 13 to 17 times consistently. So that's the biggest thing I want you guys to understand. The secret sauce to this business is good quality training like you want today and being consistent. On IQ dial, the triple line dialer, do they let you know the outcome of each contact? Example, Antoine has 4 numbers. I can see the tag for each number in case I have to already skip. Yeah, so they can tag it. And we're going to get into that next week. We're going to show you IQ Dial, how to use it, as well as our text message software, all that. When the VAs can create custom tags and things, and you can tag it to that number, so you can say bad numbers sent over for skip trace. And when you tag that as bad numbers sent over for skip trace, you can export the entire list that say bad numbers sent over for skip trace. And then you'll have somebody on your team manually skip trace. I can't show you all the sauce, but you'll have somebody on your team manually individually skip trace. Maybe find another number that's best for that person, or the next best person, maybe a cousin, sister, brother, aunt, or family, or friend, or close friend. And then you skip trace them and question them about the property. So that's one of the biggest things you can do. Also, when you create the tag, you can just tag, say, need to manually skip trace. And then not to make it too long, but then you'll just put the type of list that it is. So you'll know, and then you can export, okay, this is high equity, this is pre-foreclosure, or whatever the case may be. So you just want to make sure you're keeping good, accurate records of all of this stuff, so that way your team can do some of this. And then during their breaks, or not breaks, but during their downtime, they can just individually skip trace people. Maybe let's say, for example, you're working a VA 4 hours a day, 3 hours cold calling, 1 15-minute break, right? And then 45 minutes doing admin stuff such as skip tracing manually. That's what I would do. Good question, though, brother. Good question. But like I said, figure out your role in the company. You should automatically be focused on sales and acquisition. Lead generation should be just as a priority as acquisitions. And then simultaneously, that same lead generation team should be calling cash buyers and generating leads, as well as the acquisition person too, because during your downtime, if you don't have a lot of leads to call or follow up on, especially in the beginning, you got to start building up that pipeline where you have 100, 200 leads, and that pipeline going over a month or two worth of calling. Then you'll have enough leads that you consistently call every single day, 30 to 40 people plus your new leads to come in. So here's the secret hack. When you're doing acquisitions, call and follow up with 30 to 40 people every single day, whether you individually call or you load it in a dialer. I personally like to just do handouts when it comes to acquisitions. And then you follow up with the brand new leads that was presented to you today. Try to follow up with the brand new leads in the first 24 to 40 hours. And here's another secret that most people don't understand. When a person don't answer, call back immediately. So when you call back the second time, they usually pick up. So because that means that, this must be important. This person must really want to get to me. And if that don't work, then you set it up for the next day to follow up. But this time, don't call back the same exact time. Maybe they at work that time. Call back a little early or a little later. Just switch it out. And what you can do is just set a task. So like I said, Google is free. Use it to your best of your ability. Create a new Google account. And on your calendar, say, hey, call back this name and number tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Blah, blah, blah. Put, copy and paste information to your calendar. When you do that, you'll stay on point because it's easy to forget to follow back up with people and contact people. So that's the biggest thing I can tell you guys is to continue to stay organized and remember the details and call your fresh leads first and then turn around and follow up with people, your older leads, 30 to 40 people a day. You can bust through 30 to 40 people a day in a 2-3 hour shift easily. Trust me, even with handouting. Remember, the reason why I say 30 to 40 people within 2 to 3 hours is because when you do get these people on the phone, the conversation is going to be way longer than your cold calls. So you'll be probably talking to people on average 3 to 7 minutes. Now, here's the secret. If you know, this is a good quality acquisition call or sales call in general. If your call lasts more than 10 minutes, that's a good call. You build enough rapport, you had enough time talking, asking questions, and that person's on the phone for a long time, and you're able to understand exactly what he or she needs and wants. What's a good amount of times to reach a seller in weeks time? Currently, I'm at 3. Ask that question. I'm kind of confused. I'm a little brain foggy. I didn't eat today. I only drank some water. What's a good amount of time to reach out to? I'm thinking he's saying what's a good amount of time? What's a good time to call sellers? I say anytime between 2 and 7 is perfect, and then anytime between 9 and 11. You can catch them on the morning before they head out the door to work, or some of your sellers are a little older, so morning times may be their thing. Morning times might not be their thing. It depends on what they're going through in life. Some of them got to go to dialysis in the afternoon. Some of them got to go to dialysis in the morning. Some people go to the doctors in the afternoon. Some people go to the doctors in the morning. Some people cook their dinner for their husbands in the morning, and put it in the refrigerator or the microwave, and then they go out in the afternoon and have their business. It all depends. So that's why I say keep rotating your times and mixing around your times. There's no set perfect time. You just got to play with stuff. This business is all about being at the right place at the right time. That's all it's about. 80% of the deals you're going to do, it's not because you pulled the best list. It's not because you're the best closer. It's not because your company is the best of the best and they just love your company. It's because you called them at the most convenient time for them to want to move forward to whatever you got going on. It could have been another company, a big company who spent all this money on advertising, nurturing that lead for months. And the minute they took their foot off the gas and you stepped right there, now they're ready, you receive the fruits of their labor. So that happens all the time in this business. Like, it's not about, yes, it's important to be the best of the best, but it's important to stay consistent and being at the right place at the right time. Oh man, you called me just in time. I was going to, I told this guy to call me back in a month, and it's only been a week later, and I changed my mind. Well, the guy that he told to call me back in a month is literally going to call him back in a month. But if you consistently calling people, if a seller tell you, hey, call me back in a month, man, call him back in 1/3 or 1/4 of that. So if you say a month, call him back in a week and a half. And you don't even have to talk much about the property. You can just say, hey, this Antoine, you want to build rapport like you that friend. Hey, this Antoine, give me a call, Jermaine. I know we talked last week. I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're good, buddy. And literally, that's how you handle your business. So you want to continue to make them touches and build relationships with people. And then you can just use your CRM or whatever you got going on and just add every time you talk to them, hey, I talked to Jermaine today. This is what we talked about. I'm going to give him a follow-up in another week and a half. That's how you stay on top of your leads. What's a great opening on a cold call? Simple. I talk about this all the time, guys. Pay attention. The best opening for a cold call is to introduce yourself to them by their first name. If your name is Josh, I'm going to pick up the phone as soon as you answer. Hey, Josh, how you doing today? If you're truly not Josh, right, you're a good person, you're going to say, Josh, who's Josh? Right? They're going to tell you that they're not Josh, right? But if you're calling and say, hey, I'm looking to speak to Josh, you're not going to acknowledge yourself, especially if you calling a list where they're behind on their bills, like pre-foreclosure, they ain't paying. If a person ain't paid their mortgage, I can bet you they haven't paid any other complimentary bills to the house. the cable, the electric, the credit cards. Everybody's chasing this person. So of course they're going to kind of be screening phone calls. So you want to call like you their friend from high school class in 1996. Hey Josh, how you doing today? That's the best opener script you can use, making it personable. Example, when cold calling, most people don't answer their phones, especially numbers they don't know. How many times would you try to contact them in a week? Oh, in a week's time. Rotate your phone numbers. Rotate it from different phones. Call from different times of the day. And literally, that's like personal discretion. I'm not really gonna give you exact time or how many, but maybe if it's a now, I will tell you this: if it's a list with the expiration on it, when I'm in an expiration, there's something that has to happen to this list, regardless, such as pre-foreclosure. At some point, the bank is going to take their house. I will call them every single day and text them from different ways and stuff like that. If it's like a tied landlord, maybe twice a week. If it's like high equity, maybe twice a week, right? But if it's something more pain point and there's an expiration tool, such as they're on the demolition list or they on the code violation list, or like they on the tax sale list, then yeah, I would call them more than 2 times a week, literally. Any more questions? I know I'm supposed to start at 12:15. My apologies, but tomorrow I will make sure I make time. Tomorrow I probably just cover a whole lesson. Pull out one of my spreadsheets, my PowerPoints, and just drop some game on you guys. Just because I got in a little late today because of the internet. Yes, it's definitely powerful. You know, everything is considered real estate. Like from you can make a lot of money just owning lots and lease them back to like McDonald's. You can make a lot of money buying the buildings that the post office lease and just eat off that triple net lease. Usually the post office sign between 5 to 20 year leases. You can offer softwares to people that's in real estate. Like there's so many ways to make money from this business that it'll make your head spin. You just don't have to be a wholesaler. It's a great stepping stone, but there's so many ways. Now, the reason why most people go to the wholesaling, I was talking to a friend about this, is because you make a ton of money quickly. You can kill them. You can make a lot of money really fast. But the secret sauce to this whole thing is as you make that money fast, understanding where to park that money. If you understand where to park that money, we can go from there. It all depends on the market. Right now, I'm not buying nothing. I'm just wholesaling. But when I get to Florida, I'm definitely going to be buying again. Unless you got something in Pennsylvania or Florida that makes sense, I'll buy. But right now, I'm not interested in anything. But if you need a JV partner or if you got some deals or you're looking for buyers, we definitely help you out with that as well. Any more questions, guys? We got about 3 more minutes. Do I have any announcements? Oh, one announcement. The team sent out an email, guys. We're going to start really being more active with our VA clients. If you don't have a VA from us, you're definitely missing out. Let me go to this really quickly. I know they sent out the email. I seen it. Well, anyway, there's a lot of storms happening in the Philippines. And I'll just summarize it for you. There's a storm warning, low pressure warning, a lot of storms, a lot of powerful winds. So some of I'm not making excuses because a lot of VAs may get lazy and not report to work because they're using it as a crutch. But for the people that's affected by this, you may have VAs that may come into work late, may not come into work, they may call off, whatever the case may be. Just be understanding and be patient while they're going through these storms. And then, like as a company owner, you should have these backup contingency plans of what happens when the VA can't come to work or miss work. And that's why the main thing I always encourage our clients: hire 2 virtual assistants. Even if you can't afford 2 virtual assistants, if you can afford 1 full-time virtual assistant, you can afford 2 part-time virtual assistants. So just hire 2 part-time virtual assistants, and preferably have them, they work separately. Like they work one part of the country, the other work a different part of the country. So If there is a disaster, it doesn't affect both VAs simultaneously sometimes, and you can still be able to run your business or operate your business. So that's one announcement. Second announcement is we will be giving away one free virtual assistant. That's a $500 giveaway. Literally, we charge $500 for our virtual assistants per VA that we train and onboard to you. So we will be giving away one next week. That will be important. And then we'll be having an event at the end of the month. It's a pay what you want, which means that there's no excuse of why you can't come. It's going to be a 2-day event. Anybody who ever been to my multi-day events know that it's nothing but information, knowledge, and non-fluff. So if you want to come to that event, it's virtual. You don't have to worry about getting a plane ticket. Don't have to spend money in an Airbnb. None of that. So literally, just make sure that you attend the event. It's going to be powerful. We're going to be giving away so much game, and we may give away some stuff too, maybe some leads and things of that sort at that event. Pay what you want. Now, if you don't have it, just put 0. If you got something, put whatever you feel comfortable with. There's no pressure, or there's no like we frown upon you. Just pay what you want. You know what I mean? So we just want to make sure that everybody can be afforded the opportunity to come to that event. Like I said, next Friday we'll be doing the lead generation event. And then the sign up link for the pay what you want is going to be a wait list. So literally, the first 100 people, we will send a link to exclusively for one day. Then we go from there. Peter, what's up? I haven't heard from you in a while. Do you offer acquisition via? Yes. Text me now so we can talk to you about exactly how that works. It's a good investment for you. We don't really promote that because we don't want people to think that they can just have the VAs do everything for them. We definitely want our clients to, have the experience in acquisitions. And, if you close a couple of deals, then we'll give you a VA because you understand. But if you ain't closed no deals, you fresh off the boat, like literally brand new to wholesaling, we definitely recommend you close some deals too. And you can still get acquisition VA. Y'all can work hand in hand, but we definitely want you with your sleeves rolled up so it can be really effective for you. Any more questions, guys? I just want to make sure I'm of value to you guys and provide as much value as possible. If you need to book a call with us and you're ready to do business, you like what you see, you want to hire us to help you out with set up your lead generation campaign, you want to hire us to get a VA for you, or you just want the whole entire business set up from A to Z, right? If you want to have your whole entire business set up from A to Z, look in the description of this YouTube video, book a call with us, and we will get on the phone with you and help you out as much as possible. Today, I'm really excited. It's day 2 to my acquisition manager training. We're going to blow the socks off our attendees. It's a real small, intimate class. We do these classes less than 15 people per class just because we want people to be able to interact and learn. I believe in trainings that if you interact, you'll learn as much than just sitting there and listening to someone blah, blah, blah and beat on their chest for 2 hours. I believe in trainings that makes people participate, do homework, all that type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait. We got a really awesome group of people in this batch. It's our first batch of the year. We do this once a month. So and then once you buy the acquisition training, you're grandfathered in for life. You can keep coming back as much as you want. You can bring your team. If you decide to hire somebody you want to bring them to, they can come back, whatever the case may be. Antoine, do you provide supported docs such as wholesale purchase? Yes, that's a part of our packages. So if you need the agreements and stuff, just get a package or book a call to figure out what package makes sense to you. And we will help you out as much as we can. We're doing a really awesome job with supporting our clients. And before, like our website, if you notice, we don't make it where you just go buy stuff. Right? We make it so you have to talk to us because before you spend your hard-earned money or anything, we want to make sure it's right. So, we had a couple people who went on the website, and that wasn't a program for them. So we fixed it and made it right for them. But if you currently have VAs and you're not spending at least 4 hours a week training them, allow us to do that for you guys. We have the program VA Mastery Premium where we meet with them twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Only $97 to sign up for up to 2 virtual assistants. If you have the $97, lock it in because what's going to happen is January 31st is going up to $297. to be a part of the training. And it's a really powerful training to continue to elevate your VAs. Even if you didn't get the VAs through our service, we're waiving, the $4.99 fee if you got your own VA to be able to let them come. And we allow outside VAs to get through the training too as well. Other than that, book a call with us ASAP. Click the link in my bio. I want to work with all of you guys in some capacity. If money is an obstacle for you right now, continue to watch these videos, take notes, and implement the stuff you learn ASAP, because this stuff right here is powerful too. But what we do as a company is offer services that will help you and accelerate everything as quickly as possible. So if you're looking for a whole entire setup, or you want us to set up your business from A to Z, we can do that for you. Just book a call so we can talk about it. If you just need help hiring VAs, just book a call. If you just need like one-on-one, we only offer 4 spats a year, one-on-one. We always sold 1 so far this month, and we don't even push it that hard. But if you're looking for one-on-one, it's definitely an investment. But lock in that, because I only have enough time to work with 4 people a year. Other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Have a positive, productive day. I see you back tomorrow around 12 something. If you're not on our email list, get on our email list. We will send you all of the information, all of the updates. And I look to growing with you guys. And hopefully by February, I should start to see success stories just from these lives. Some of the stuff you guys are implementing. If you can do me a favor, if you feel in your heart that these trainers are really benefiting you, go over to Instagram. My Instagram handle is CEO929. And when you make a story, just make a story and say what you want to say, whether you screenshot this or whatever the case may be, and just tag me in it. That would let me know that I'm doing a good job. Tag me in it, say whatever you want to say, good or bad. I don't care. I just want feedback. That would be really appreciative. And continue to come on here, because I guarantee you're going to see results. And once you start seeing results, reach out to us and let us know. We're going to have a website where you can do video testimonies too. You click the link, it take you to the special link. You record what you guys say, and boom, done. You don't have to worry about sending it to us, Dropboxing it, Googling it, nothing. You can just send it to us, and we'll be starting to ask for testimonies as you feel like you're getting value from this. Because for the last 4 years, we never really pushed testimonies, right? But we realized if we want to take our business to the next level and reach the masses, we got to show people that other people already are getting value from what we're doing. So we appreciate if you can drop off a testimony to us about how you liking it so far, what you think of us as a company. Even if you haven't personally purchased something and worked with us yet and you just want to give a testimony, that would be greatly appreciated, because it will let other people know that we're doing a great job. And we're trying to build up our YouTube catalog and really dominate YouTube. And watch my podcast, Nothing But Nuggets. And like I said, when we launch this new website, you'll have a chance to fill out a form and be able to come onto the Hot Seat podcast, and we will break down your business from A to Z and tell you what you need to do in front of everybody. And you'll be walking away with a fully functional business. We do that once a week. So if you want to be the first person to be interviewed next Tuesday, put me, because most of you guys come every day. What I'll do is tomorrow I will drop that link, so that way next Tuesday we will do that. And matter of fact, we may just do that as this episode. We'll just on Tuesdays we'll just do the hot seat for this, and that way we can knock out 2 things at one time. Other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. I got a long day finished working, a lot of stuff to do, and like I said, if you need us in any capacity, if you need us to support you, don't ever hesitate to book a call with us. Our job is to offer you a solution and sell you something, obviously. But, if you're working with limited funds, there's always a way we can help you. There's always trainings that we did in the past we can send to you. There's no investor left behind. That's my motto internally between me and you, to my team. We don't turn no one away unless they want to turn themselves away, because we want to provide as much value for you as possible. Do you have a calendar schedule of events we can look on to? Yes, I've been pushing for my team. Man, email them. Say, yo, what is that? Because I've been telling them, I've been pushing for my team to show what we got going on in the future, so that people can be well prepared for it. And that will be on my main website. So just give us a week or 2. I've been pushing for this since probably last year. So just let us take care of that, and I guarantee you it'll be worth it, because they're trying to figure out a way to make it automated, where when you click on the event, you can sign up for it, you can pay for it, whatever the case may be. If it's free, you can sign up and reserve, and you'll have a space at the event. But other than that, guys, I gotta go. Appreciate you, man. Peace and blessings. I see you tomorrow. Do me a favor. If you're coming back tomorrow, invite 2 to 3 people to join you because this is very helpful. Talk to y'all later.